Okay guys, so this is what I've been working on. It's not finished yet, but it is a crochet pumpkin. I used some leftover yarn that I had from another project that I did, and it was like the perfect color. The yarn I used was called, I think it was Pumpkin Pie Spice. As you can see, I've got to close up the bottom and close up the top, and it's a bit odd shaped at the moment because I haven't squished it in properly, but I need to create a little stem, and the pattern that I followed, they use like a piece of wood from their garden, but y'all, if you saw my garden, you'd be horrified because it doesn't matter what I do to that stupid garden, there are so many bugs out there and spiders that just it ain't worth trying to find a stick out there. So what I actually am doing is using this, just a toilet roll holder, and I've colored in the center there brown, and I'm going to cut it down to size, roll it up and glue it, and then glue it in there and then stitch this closed, so it'll become a super cute pumpkin. So that is what I'm working on at the moment, and I'm really excited about it. Like, obviously I know it's only August, and here in Australia we are literally at the end of winter, so you know it's stupid to be decorating for like fall, but Halloween, guys, Halloween. We honestly, I wish Australia decorated like America does for like all of its holidays. Like, seriously, you guys go all out for fall. Here in fall, it's just like, who gives a shit? Excuse my language, but nobody cares. There are no decorations, there's no nothing for fall here, and I hate that. So I'm decorating for Halloween. There's not much that I have that I can decorate with because, again, Halloween is not really super popular here in Australia, but I created that pumpkin and I'm doing it. So yeah, so anyway guys, I am going to update you later, but I just wanted to show you, and I will show you once it's fully finished. So yeah, bye! Hey guys, so today is Friday the 21st. Sorry, I was just looking at my computer. And I just wanted to do a quick update. My fiance is gone to visit his dad for half an hour or so. So I have a quick moment to myself. I'm still in my pajamas. I just put like my clothes in the wash, and I don't know like what other people are like, but for me, I'm a big girl, obviously, and I am the size I am because I have a thyroid condition, right? And I struggle to find clothes to fit me. Here in Australia, plus size clothes aren't really a thing. There's not a lot to choose from. Do excuse if you can hear that noise in the background, that's the washing machine. So I don't own a lot of clothes, so I literally just went through and put everything I own in the wash. So I'm waiting for that to finish so I can dry them and get dressed, and then I can go out and do some things. But while I wait for that, I'm still in my pajamas. I wanted to show you something. So I finished this book, which is Deck the Hallways by Kate Carlisle. This is the 4th book in the Fixer Upper Mystery series. And you guys, I loved this book. I did give it a 5 out of 5 stars. If you're new to my channel, I'm not a harsh rater. So quite often I do give books 5 stars. If I like it, I like it. Like, that's just how I see it. I'm not like a really critical reader. But I really enjoyed this. So Shannon, our main character, she obviously finds a dead body of Mr. Potter, who is the project manager for the bank for this charity project that Shannon is working on. Now, Shannon is, if you haven't watched my previous vlogs, Shannon owns a construction company called Hammer Construction. Her last name is Hammer. And they are fixing up this beautiful Victorian manor here to become, I think it's something like 12 apartments for those that are in need. So some of them have children, some of them are elderly, so it's a charity project, right? And it's being done 2 weeks before Christmas. And Mr. Potter, the bank project manager for this charity, construction, is a real piece of work. He deliberately goes out of his way to make people's lives hell. He blackmails people, he threatens people constantly. He tells people if they don't do what he wants, then he's going to pull their bank loans. Like, he's just a piece of work. And he gets murdered. So I'm not giving any spoilers away. You know he gets murdered based on everything. And you know what? Like, I felt he deserved it. When you read this book, the things that he does is just so nasty, and for no reason other than the fact that he's just a nasty piece of work. And he obviously ticks someone off enough that they murder him in a fit of rage. Now, he has caused like a lot of trouble, and so unfortunately, because so many people hate this guy, a lot of people are suspects in his murder. But Shannon's father, Jack, is the one seen having an argument with him literally the day before he gets murdered. Now, that's also not a spoiler alert. It's literally on the back. It happens like right at the beginning of the book. And so, and it's also Jack's tools that are used to murder Mr. Potter. So obviously he is the main suspect, but no one believes that he did it. But unfortunately, it's a crime investigation basically. And I just love this book. Like, I loved it. And I normally figure out pretty fast who the killer is. Like, you normally can tell. But this time I actually didn't. Like, I didn't figure it out until right towards the end. Like, right before it was about to be revealed who the killer was. And at first I was surprised. But then I thought about it and was like, hang on a second. No, this totally makes sense. Like, totally makes sense. I'm not going to say obviously who the killer is, but there's also something else that happens in the story that happens kind of at the same time as this murder's going on at this construction site that's not related. It's like a separate little mini story on its own, and that plot twist was actually something I wasn't expecting, and it was actually a really, really sweet plot twist, and I really enjoyed it. There are a lot of characters in this book that I love. There's also one that I hate. Her name is Whitney. Now, Whitney and Shannon went to school together, and Whitney's husband, Tommy, is a police officer now, but he used to be Shannon's boyfriend, and basically Whitney stole Tommy off of Shannon, and then she got knocked up, essentially, is what happened. And then they ended up marrying and then having more kids. So they've got like 3 kids together. But Whitney, for whatever reason, has held this grudge against Shannon like her whole life. They're in their 30s now, and Whitney still acts like a spoilt, like, bully in school, right? And she still goes out of her way to bully Shannon. And I just think to myself, really, you're 30, grow up. Like, is that really necessary for you to be acting this way? And like, she comes from a wealthy background. Like, her parents are wealthy, so she's had money all her life. And like, don't think I'm saying that people with money are like this. I know some people are and some people aren't, and same with people that don't have money. There are some people that are like this and some people that aren't. Unfortunately, though, like, that's just how some people are. But she has like this mentality that because she had money, she was better than everyone else, and couldn't fathom why anyone would want to befriend Shannon or want to date Shannon or like whatever. It was stupid. It really was. But other than that, I enjoyed this book so much. It is quite a fast read, even though it took me forever to read. I took forever because I was procrastinating. Let's be realistic here. It's 293 pages, which is around about what a cozy mystery normally is. And this obviously was set at Christmas time. And while Christmas isn't the main focus, the murder is. Christmas is very present in this because this house is going to be revealed on Christmas Eve as a gift for these people. Like, they already know they're getting it, but like, it's a gift. They also have a Christmas parade that they deal with, like that they're setting up throughout the book and also have at the end of the book. So it is a very Christmassy book. So this might be something that you like to read at Christmas time. Like here in Australia, we are literally at the end of winter, so it's cold here still. It's a little bit chilly today, actually. It is like starting to warm up. You can feel the change because how many days we have? Let me just check. We have a week and a half until winter is over here, and I'm so sad, you guys, because I hate summer so much. But yeah, so anyway, finish that. On to something else that I wanted to, oh yeah, I have been reading Midnight Sun. I am currently, let's see, 271 pages in, and I am loving this so much, you guys. I love hearing all of Edward's thoughts, and it's great, like, because obviously the movies and the books are all set from Bella's perspective on how Bella views like her position in life, everyone else's positions in life, like how she views the vampires, how she views like the wolves at the like in the Quileute tribes and everything like that. And like, don't get me wrong, loved it, totally loved all of the books and the movies, but I'm loving this because this really does give you such a different view on the things that you already know. And like, I know a lot of people hate this book and say that like Bella and Edward are in like a toxic relationship and blah 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 and all that sort of stuff, but like I really think people need to take that out of the equation because that's not even in the equation here. It is just what it is. Like, read it for what it is, right? And like, you get to see, like, obviously in the movie he does say, and like in the other books he does say like how hard it is for him to control himself around Bella because the scent of her blood makes him want to kill her, basically. Which, I mean, he's a vampire, of course that's like a natural reaction for him to have, but like her blood has like a pull to him, kind of like a drug, like with a drug addict, like, you know what I mean? And like in the other books and the movies, you don't really see how much he struggles with that. You know he does, and you do see a little bit, but like you don't see the lengths that he goes to try and protect Bella, and also the lengths that he goes to stay in her life once he realizes how important she is to him. And you also don't realize like the inner fight that he has with himself in the other books or the other, like the movies and things, because obviously you don't see that, like you don't see his point. So seeing what he puts himself through and like the pain that he goes through, like the physical pain it causes him to be in like close proximity to Bella with like the scent of her blood and everything like that, is actually super interesting. So I'm really loving this book so far. I know it's not for everyone, and that's totally fine if this is not for you, but I love it. And yes, moving on, you guys, I finished a project and I'm so excited and I want to show you. So this is what it looks like. It is my little pumpkin. It's so cute, you guys. Oh my god. So I had some leftover yarn from another project that I had, because I had knitted 2 pairs of fingerless mitts, one for me, one for my fiance, in this colorway. It's like, I think it's from memory called Pumpkin Pie Spice. It's a DK weight yarn, and I love the colorway, and I still had a fair bit of it left over, so I thought I would try my hand at crocheting this pumpkin that I found on Pinterest. I found a pattern on Pinterest for this, right? So this is like a ridged pumpkin. It has like the ridges to try and like, you know, emulate a real pumpkin, and I really love how it come out. I love the speckling of the coloring and everything like that. I do have the polyfill, or whatever you want to call it, like the fiber to fill. So I filled it up and I stitched it all together, because like when you're crocheting this, there is a big hole in the bottom about yay big, and then obviously the massive big opening at the top. So what I did was I actually stuffed it first, and I didn't put like heaps and heaps of stuffing in there because I didn't want the stitches to spread out too far, because even right now I can see a little bit of the filling, which doesn't bother me. Like, it is what it is. This is the first time I've ever made something like this. And then once I did that, I made the little stem. So in the pattern calls for you to cut up a stick and use a stick. But if you watched my earlier in this vlog, I said that my garden is so filled with spiders and bugs that that was not an option. I just got an empty toilet roll holder, and I used, let me see if I can find it. I used this. This is Nouveau Aqua Flow pens in the color Rustic Oak, and I just colored in the toilet roll, like the empty toilet roll holder in this, and it does come out quite dark because obviously that's already a craft color. And then I cut it down to size, and then I rolled it up and glued it. And then once I glued it, I just got some of this raffia that I had, and it was off of actually a parcel that I received, but it's a really pale orange, and I just thought that it would go perfectly. And I tied a bow around the stem and then glued it in place. So that's what I did. And then once I did all that, I stitched it all in top and bottom and pulled it in to kind of make it more pumpkin-y shaped. And this is how it turned out, and I love it so much, you guys. Like, it's just amazing. And like, here in Australia, we don't really have the decor that Americans do. I don't even know if England has the decor that Americans do. Possibly Canada does, because you guys are connected. Like, you can literally drive to one another. And you do have a lot of the same stores between the two countries there. But like, here in Australia, we don't. Like, we do have a TK Maxx, which we get some things, but rarely. And being the fact that it's like literally the end of August, we're coming up to Halloween, not that far away. Like, Halloween's not really a huge holiday here. It's just not. So like, fall decor and Halloween decor is not like a big thing here. And obviously we're not in fall here as well. But even when fall is, like, when we are in fall, there are no fall decor, like, at all, period. There's nothing. So I decided that I wanted to create my own. So I think it turned out pretty darn good. So that's that. And then the next thing I decided to work on is actually for Christmas. And I'm creating like, I don't know what you call it. I guess it'd be like a table runner, but instead of being long, it's round, because I do have a round table. And I had the perfect yarn waiting for me. So this is what it looks like so far. I started this last night. It is crocheted, and it looks like this. Look how beautiful that is. And the red is so perfect for Christmas. I'm using, the yarn is called Red or Dead, the color. This is 80% merino, 20% silk, and it's from the Ruby Fox. Now, the Ruby Fox no longer makes yarn, but I had this one, and I had it stashed away specifically to use for Christmas. I wasn't sure what I was going to use it for yet, but then when I was talking to my friend April last night on Facebook, I had showed her my pumpkin. We were talking about like other like seasonal decor and stuff, and I was showing her pictures of some things that I liked off of Pinterest. And then I found this and was like, yes, it's happening. So I love it. And this is how far I've got so far. And it is quite a thin yarn. I think it's a fingering. I don't know, but it is very, very thin. And it does like to twist itself up no matter what I do. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty good so far. I'm really enjoying doing this. This is such an easy project to do. So this is going to be on my table for Christmas, you guys. So yeah, that's kind of it. I am going to go to, there is like an arboretum, like a wetland, a parkland close by to where I live. So we're going to drive there once my fiance gets back from his dad's house, and we are going to walk along there. It's like it's super windy here, and it's been so windy for the past several days. And like we were going to go walk along the Arboretum yesterday, but the wind was so bad, you guys. Like it would have knocked you over. That's how strong it was. So we decided not to go yesterday. We're going to attempt to go today. If we do, I am going to try and bring my camera with me and show you. I'll probably have to cut out the sound though and put music over it, because the wind, like I can see out my office window here, and right in front of my window I have like several palm trees and a few other big trees, and they are swaying like crazy in the wind. So I may have to cut that out and lay some music over the top of that. And like I love going to the Arboretum because it is like I don't know what you call it, not a national park, but like it's a parkland, right? It is heritage. I feel like it was built in the 20s, like the early 20s, and it is also a wetland, and it is a protected area for the animals that live there as well. There are a bunch of different birds. There are ducks there. Like, oh my god, I'm obsessed with ducks. I love ducks. They're so adorable. So if you don't know that about me, I am a huge fan of ducks. Love them. I don't eat duck either, not because like I'm vegan or anything, and not because there's anything wrong with being vegan, but like because I do eat meat. I just don't see ducks as food. I just don't. Like, ducks to me are beautiful, beautiful birds, and it's breeding season right now, and there is a mama duck down there with some babies, and it's so adorable. So I'm gonna go down there. Hopefully I can see them. There's several different types of ducks. There is also some magpie geese down there. There's like a whole flock of magpie geese. I'll see if they're still there. And then like there's other birds there, but I don't know if we'll be able to see them or not because of how windy it is. And there is also a boardwalk along the river, like the Brisbane River, that goes through the parkland as well. It's not very big, but yeah, we'll see how we go. I'll try and take you guys. If I do, I will include some footage in here, obviously. But yeah, so that's everything that I am up to so far. I do want to start, let me see if I can find it on my Kindle app. I do want to start another ebook, because sometimes I do find it hard to sleep. I get insomnia. Apparently that is caused by my thyroid condition, according to my doctor. So sometimes I get insomnia, and when I'm laying in bed, I don't want to disturb my fiance, so I just read ebooks on my phone. And I'm trying to see if I can find it. It is called The Vampire Knitting Club. I do want to start that one. I'll put a picture up here so you can see it, because for some reason they won't let me see the pictures on here. Well, at least won't let me show you the pictures of it. But that's kind of what I want to do. And then, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. And yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. I will update you later. Like I said, today is Friday. Friday nights I do have some TV shows that I like to watch, and I generally like to crochet. I'm working on my fiance's blanket. I literally promised him like I'd have that done by winter. It's the end of winter and I still haven't done it. Oh my god, I'm so slack. I may end up just doing it like as a Christmas present, because we're not that far away from Christmas. And then that way it'll be all ready for when it starts to get cold, or when we're in their bedroom reading and the aircon is on, we can just chuck that blanket over us. But yeah, I do like to crochet when I'm watching my TV shows. And then in the ad breaks, I do read. So I will read more of my Midnight Sun book. But yeah, so anyway guys, that's everything. I'll update you later. Bye! Look at them all feeding. wonder if I could get closer.
Pushing it closer.